Hi children, good morning. How are you? Hope you are fine. I am Kamala Kumari, your science teacher. We are giving you online classes regularly. Material separating methods. This is part 3. Already we had completed part 2 and part 1. Flowchart for this video. Already you had seen second video flowchart. That is different. This you had to combine and draw both. When I asked, only very few children submitted this flow chart today. That is second video. Now here, mixture, filtration, crystallization, distillation, sublimation, chromatography. You are going to learn in this video. First, let us start the activity 1, filtration. For this aim, what we are going to do, that is called aim. To separate mud from muddy water. Operators. Operators are nothing but which are required for this experiment. Laboratory experiment this is. Stand, 2 beakers, glass funnel, filter paper, glass rod, muddy water. These are required for us to do this experiment. Method or procedure you can say. What we have to do, take a filter paper, fold it as shown in the picture. You see the picture children. First round it will be filter paper. You cannot take normal paper. Filter paper is entirely different from normal paper. You have to fold one side. Next fold, when you fold it, you will get a cone shape. That cone shape, you have to place it in a funnel. Glass funnel it is, this one. So you have to arrange the apparatus as shown in the picture. Second picture. Place the glass rod on the funnel and pour muddy water on the rod carefully, drop-wise drop. Why? Because if you will not use glass rod, what will happen? The water directly falls on the filter paper, and due to the pressure of the water, there will be hole formation and the muddy water comes down. So to avoid this, we are using glass rod. Is it clear? To minimize the pressure of the water we are using. You can see the picture. You can practice this picture also. So in this way, when you arrange the apparatus like this, we have to use it. You can see the clear water collected in the second beaker, which is placed down the funnel. Clear water is collected. That is called as filtrate. And which remains in the filter paper, the mud, it is called as residue. Is it clear? You have to learn this. It's not there in your textbook. You learn, children. New textbook, it is not given. This process of separation of mud from muddy water is called filtration. So entire process is called filtration. You can see the picture residue. The mud is left in the filter paper. And filtrate is clear water, but it will not fit for drinking. Only filtration we had done. The microbes, we did not kill it. Is it clear? So our next process is crystallization, activity 2. For this aim to separate salt from salt water. What are the requirements? Apparatus, beaker, glass rod, tripod stand. Tripod stand is nothing but 3-leg stand, Bunsen burner. This we'll use in laboratory for burning it, for boiling and all. Wire gas. Wire gas is nothing but mesh, which we'll place in between the fire and our glass beakers. Salt and water. That is salt water. Is it clear? Now procedure. Heat some salt water in a beaker over a flame. Stir the solution with a glass rod. Continue heating till all the water in the beaker evaporates. At last, the crystals of salt remain in the beaker. This process of separation of salt from salt water is called crystallization. This activity in presence of your mother, you can do at home, children. You'll take a small little water, half glass of water, and add 3 spoonful of salt and let it dissolve completely. Then you start boiling. After the water evaporates, you will find the salt left over. This is called crystallization. Is it clear? So next method, that is activity 3, is distillation. What is the aim? To get distilled water from normal water. What are the operators? 2 round bottom flasks, 2 1-hole rubber cork. What are the rubber corks? 1 hole means only 1 hole is present in the cork. Delivery tube, Bunsen burner, stand, water. Now procedure. Procedure means method. Fill a round bottom flask with water. Close it with 1-hole rubber cork. Take another flask with a closed 1-hole rubber cork. Connect both the flasks with a delivery tube. One small tube will be there. We have to collect both. Now heat the first flask with Bunsen burner. What did you observe? So we'll see the next slide. It will be clear for you. You can see the procedure. See how it is arranged. So observation. After some time, the water goes into the second flask through the delivery tube. Delivery tube is given here. The water vapor slowly turns to water. Water vapor changes into water and it will be collected there. This water is called distilled water. And this process is called distillation. What is distilled water? Which is free from microbes is called distilled water. This water we'll use in the hospitals, isn't it? And you know, for our vehicles battery charging also, this distilled water is used. Is it clear? Now, our next activity is sublimation. Activity 3. What is the aim here? To understand the process of sublimation. So, what is sublimation? You are going to learn. Apparatus. Mixture of camphor and powdered salt, china dish, funnel, glass funnel it is, cotton, stand, Bunsen burner. What is the procedure? That is method. Take a mixture of camphor and powdered salt in a china dish and cover it with a funnel. Close the tube of the funnel with the cotton on the top. You can see here the picture, children. The picture you can see, and here the cotton is placed. Place the dish on a stand and heat it with a Bunsen burner. You can see the Bunsen burner down. And this is called wire gas mesh, isn't it? So what you will observe, we'll see in the next slide. So observation here. When camphor is heated, it transforms to gaseous form without changing into liquid, leaving the salt powder in the china dish. Actually, you learned the solid changes into liquid, liquid changes into gas. But here solid directly changing into gas. That's why it sublimes. It is called sublimes. On reaching the cotton, it cools. The gaseous form of camphor changes directly into a solid without changing to liquid state. This process in which a substance changes directly from solid to gaseous form is called sublimation. So this process is called sublimation. You can see here. Is it clear, children? Now next activity, that is activity 4, chromatography. This you can do in your house. For this, what is the aim? To separate colors from a mixture of cotton colors. Mixture of colors. Now operators, white chalk, blue ink, plate, water. Only these are required. You can take any plate. White chalk piece, it will be available in your house. You do it, children. Now procedure, that is method. Mark a line on the chalk with blue ink. So dark line, you can see the picture, how we marked it. So we have to mark it first. All the sides. Round you mark it. Then pour some water in a plate and keep the chalk in the water. The water should not touch the blue ink mark. In such a way you place it. After some time, what is the observation? Different colors are formed around the chalk from the bottom to the top. This process is called chromatography. That is different colors. You can use the blue ink, red ink, black ink also. And see the shades, the light, dark, you will see. You can do this experiment at your house. With this, we have completed our lesson. That's all for today, children. Thank you.